We don't hate them because of the color of his skin. We don't hate them because he doesn't speak my language. We don't hate them because he belongs to another tribe. We hate them because they are disobedient to Allah. How do we understand loving and hating for the sake of Allah concerning the people of innovation? Then if they are Ahlul Bid'ah who call to their Bid'ah, and they are staunch upon their innovation, then we hate them for the sake of Allah. We don't hate them because of the color of his skin. We don't hate them because he doesn't speak my language. We don't hate them because he belongs to another tribe. We hate them because they are disobedient to Allah. So the hatred is on that basis. Are they Muslim? Yes, they are Muslim. Of course. Ahlul Bid'ah, the 72 sects, they are Muslim. Except for the most extreme among them who left the fold, such as the Rafidah and others. As for the rest of the sects, who are not from those who went to such extreme that they left Islam, they are Muslimun. But we hate them to the degree of their deviation. The more the deviation, the more our hatred for them. Just like the one who is disobedient to Allah, the sinner. The greater the sin, the more we hate him. For the sake of Allah, not for any other reason. Does that mean that we don't advise? Some people get confused and they say, oh, you hate him, that means you don't advise him. What's the connection between the two? I can hate a person for the sake of Allah and tell him, fear Allah. You are disobedient to Allah. You are opposing Rasulullah and the way of the Sahaba radiallahu anhum. So the more a person, like Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah said, the more a person strays from obedience to Allah, the more our love for him decreases and our hatred for him increases. So our love is in accordance to a person's nearness to Allah. That's why we love for Allah, hate for Allah, give for Allah, take for Allah. And the one who does that has perfected Iman, because this is not for wealth. It is not for race. It is not for tribalism. It is for Allah. Barakallahu feekum. As for the ignorant ones from Ahlul Bid'ah, they are people of Bid'ah, but they are ignorant. Maybe they're born into a family and they're just raised and they do certain things and they don't know any better because no one has come to them. These people, give them da'wah. Be gentle with them. Be kind with them. Show them love because they don't know. The ignorant one who doesn't know is treated with love and mercy and kindness because he doesn't know. If he doesn't know, we teach him. And we bring him close and we invite him. Because there are many, many millions of Muslims out there who just don't know. There was a time when you didn't know and someone invited you and someone called you. So have that in your mind and have that in your heart when you're calling the people. That I don't want them to look at me except as a good example. So when I speak to them, I should speak to them with kindness and gentleness. Like the Prophet ﷺ said to Aisha radiallahu anha, "Oh Aisha, there is not an affair into which gentleness is introduced except that it beautifies it. And there is not an affair into which harshness is introduced except that it disfigures it and makes it ugly." And that is with regard to, the people of Bid'ah in general. As for Ahlul Sunnah, then we love them. If they are people of Sunnah, Salafiyah, we love them. If they are sinners, then we hate them to the degree of their sin, even if they are Ahlul Sunnah. Because now you're hating them again for the sake of Allah. We're not saying to him, you're a Khariji, you're a Rafidi, because he's not. Maybe he's a thief, maybe he's a liar. So we hate him to the extent that he's disobedient to Allah, and we advise him. And we advise him and we tell him, fear Allah, akhi, give the rights of the people back, stop oppressing the people, and so on.